Well, hello, welcome to the Chateau de Colombe. New year, new projects or continuation of existing projects. So we're here in the parterre, the four-part surround of the fountain. Good Lord, I'm not functioning. This is our friend Ron, who is a garden designer and has a passion for roses.
Yes.
And Ron came up with the concept of what roses we should put in here, and we already have the Comte de Chambord, which is an old rose. And we are all in agreement that those roses need to bloom repeatedly, because there are plenty of old roses that bloom once, that's it. Very beautiful, but that wouldn't really help us for guests who are staying here would like to see a rose.
Yeah, not
and then they're
during
all
your
dead.
season. Yeah, right.
So what did you come up with?
Okay, so I came up with a few different ones that are compatible in color and size and for the area here. So here at the entrances is an old polyantha rose. It's one of the first of that class of rose from 1888 called Clotilde Super. And it's a rose that blooms in clusters that are very, very pale with a little flush of pink in the center. It just has a luminous quality when it's blooming. It's healthy, blooms almost continuously, and it has nice fragrance. So, and then toward the middle here, where you're planning to have some seats.
Yes.
We're thinking of getting a rose from 1843, which is called Souvenir de la Malmaison. And it was developed by a breeder in Lyon, and Lyon eventually became the center of rose hybridization in France, and basically was the #1 producer of new roses in the world during the 19th century. It's an excellent flesh-colored rose, has touches of peach and pink and cream in it, and doesn't get too big, so it won't be reaching out and grabbing people trying to sit there. It has a wonderful fragrance. It's healthy, has nice colored foliage, and will look good with your lavender. Another rose will be in the corners that's called Indigo. It's a rose in the same class as Comte de Chambord. It's got as the name would indicate, a kind of purple toned flower. Repeats all the time, super fragrant and easy to grow. Won't get too large for the space. And then finally, the last rose is one of my favorites, all-time favorites. It's called Duchesse de Rohan, and it's from the 1840s, and gets to about this size. It makes a very full bush. The flowers are very full and what's called quartered, where the swirls into quartering, and it's a medium dark pink. It's incredibly fragrant. I've grown it in multiple climates around the world, and it's always healthy and blooms. Some of its best blooms are in the middle of summer, which is kind of atypical. So when you have your full guest season, it'll be a nice rose along with all these others. So, and they all go together well.
That's amazing, and it's really exciting because we are right now in cold season, but we're also in bare root planting season. So, although not right now because we have frozen solid ground. So pickaxe is not a good idea right now.
That's right.
But so we're going to do this soon. And one thing that a viewer, and she's also a patron, has suggested is that that there are people who would like to sponsor a rose. So I think it's 25 euros per rose. And each rose will get the name of the sponsor or a person you designated on a plaque with the rose. So if you want to support that, you can do this. We will, in next week, put up a link that you can follow with the explanation of how to do this. And that's really exciting. Now, we will enclose all of this with lavender. And there are so many different varieties.
Yeah.
They need to be here. Winter hardy, there are some that are very pretty and they're very delicate. So it needs to be very hardy and not too tall. So it has to be kind of more of a, hello, Amber, a dwarf. We were talking about, what else?
Ron had mentioned about some repeating irises and daylilies.
Oh yes, to go into the beds.
Right.
The irises provide a contrast in the foliage.
Yes, I was
So-
just laughing at the
Yeah.
dogs.
So they provide a nice contrast in foliage, and there are repeat blooming irises that you'll get multiple blooms through the year. I've
That
grown
is
many
nice.
of them.
Yes.
And it's a change in flower form, and also just goes really I've always found them to be beautiful with roses.
Yes.
They grow so well together.
What else did we talk?
Daylilies, there are
yes.
some repeat blooming
Yes.
daylilies. They can get pretty dense as they get older in their clumps, and it helps choke out the weeds that
Yes.
that are inevitably looking for places to grow.
And Patrick, you still wanted to include some of the sage, flowering sage here.
Oh
Yes.
yes, the flowering sage is in a rose like rose or pink color because they bloom from here in our region from March pretty much to the first frost. So that can be November. Last year it was it was after Christmas did we have our first frost. So we still had them blooming and pollinators, I mean bees and bumblebees on them in December. But right now no one's flying.
Yeah.
But that is really exciting. So by this summer, this is completely transformed, and it's truly exciting. 'Cause
Yeah.
that is the last thing that the courtyard, meaning the facade, the aspect of that the chateau needs in order to really elevate it up and make it to a spectacular destination.
And one nice thing about being in a courtyard with all these fragrant plants, it helps enclose the area so the fragrances from the flowers and the lavender will be a nice addition to just being here and enjoying the fountain in the summertime.
Yes. So on that note, shall we go in and drink something
Yeah,
warm?
get something warm.
Hi.
Hey, you guys. Well, before I leave, I brought you something.
What is that?
Well, I've downsized where I'm living, and I had these made. They're curtains. It's a material of Vue de Paris, I think.
Okay.
And when I saw your hard work, I just thought these would be fabulous. So I want to
Oh,
give
they're
these
heavy.
to you guys. They'll keep you warm.
think they're beautiful.
You know, I hope that I don't want
Oh,
to pressure you, but I just thought maybe you'd like this. And Stuart.
look at this huge, this really thick band on top.
And they're 3 meters.
That's fantastic. They can go here, actually.
And it's been lined. So, yeah.
Oh, very nice.
You saw the cleaner tags on it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So I just, you guys.
Can you just take one out?
Sure.
And
Yeah,
just-
yeah, let's take a look.
I don't want your chairs.
They're okay, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh no, there goes the tablecloth.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really when you think about it.
Really.
That's the top one. Oh my,
It's a long one.
that is beautiful.
And I just thought you guys have been so kind and good. You know, these are just sitting in my closet. So, I thought you would. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Wow. That's beautiful fabric.
Is that? That's one of the bridges, right, in Paris?
don't know. They're different views. I don't know if they're based on a specific one or created, but it's beautiful material.
Well, let me get a ladder. I'd love to see how that looks. Oh! See, this is when you don't put things away. Sometimes you keep...
That wasn't planned. It just wasn't put away.
Yeah, I mean, this is from putting the tops up in the big Christmas tree.
Yes, the Christmas decorations, yes.
All right. I think it's long enough.
Think here's okay, Stuart?
Yeah.
And you can hang them, swag them like you have, or let them just fall. Either way.
Oh, this is not my favorite ladder. I just realized that
Okay.
because...
Yeah, it needs to be a little higher of a ladder there.
But that shall not deter me. And if I fall, at least it's on camera.
Are they? It's a little bit. Okay.
No, that works because we do the sway.
Yes, they're going to come down a little because
Yes.
they have to go onto the rings.
Can I
And then when
this
you,
one?
yes, and then you pull them back like
Yes.
that, yeah.
Oops, there's a ladybug. Oh, ladybug is good luck. Good luck.
What do you think, Stuart?
Yeah,
Now, that would change this room quite a bit.
it would.
Oh,
They're beautiful.
That's
Thank
great.
you so
That's
much.
great.
They're stunning. I love the color.
can always put a
Yeah,
filter
and it's
something.
great. It's got the green in it. It goes perfect for this room.
Well, good. That makes me happy.
That is so... Oh, thank you. It's so generous. They're stunning. Well, how amazing is this? They look so great. So these are now, from now on, our winter curtains. And the cream or off-white curtains are going to be our summer curtains. I love this because this feels so warm, while the white is a bit colder, but both fit so perfectly in this room. And thank you again, Hannah, for gifting them to us because they are really stunning. And these are, just to say that, just hear me out. These are not the, the rods that will stay. These are not, is not the way they will be hung. But for right now, this is the best we can do. And we wanted to enjoy them right now. So it's will be changing next winter most probably, but it's just lovely. I mean, it's so amazing to how this changes the room completely. And we're really, really thrilled. And now we're back to work. We are completely transforming 1/3 of the upper part of the chateau in the next 4 months. So bear with us and thank you for watching. Let's go.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.